So Enemy Games is releasing this week, and we're all very excited to get it.
No, thank you.
And again, we're set in deep space. Again, we've got two incredibly strong characters.
Right, Jalea and Damon.
And what says this one? What would you say is the biggest difference between your first book and the second in the series?
Well, the hero and heroine,
Well,
those being
yeah.
different, yes, that's a big difference. Jalea doesn't have the damage. She has not been damaged. She's come from a very privileged background, very protected, sheltered background. She is a scientist, so she views the world in a very specific fashion. You then go and find out there are a couple of other bits of training she's had that she's not really led on to. You know, she hasn't told anybody, oh, by the way, I can do that. And this doesn't really start out quite as adversarial as Arya and Shaw did. So there's a little more willingness to give one another some rope.
Okay.
In the beginning of this book. So, but yeah, their challenges are different, and the problems they have to solve are not as personal. They are, I mean, they're personal in that, you know, gee, any war equals bad and you want that over. But their issues to solve are much broader.
Where does the politics come from in your writing? Because there's
who
a lot.
knows?
There's a lot of politics.
I loathe politics. It was this enormous surprise to me that I started writing this stuff and went,
There's
what
wars
happened
and treaties
here?
and diplomats and people talking and
then all these different
spies
cultures. And
and
you're like, what? Yeah, no, some very twisted bits of psyche that happened here. I wish I could tell you where the politics had come from, because honestly, not my favorite thing.
It works. So it really makes the world complete, though. It really makes it so it's real.
You know, anytime you get any group of more than two people together, politics enter into the equation. I mean, it's just psychology. We are, because we're social creatures, anytime the lot of us get together, somebody's jockeying for position someplace.
On the one side, we do have these politics and the jockeying for position, but then on
Yes.
the other, we also have, in your first book, Enemy Within, we also have a family unit.
Yes.
We see, and is that something we're also going to see, that personal family in the second book? In Enemy
You do
Games?
see some family. It's a slightly different family dynamic. I mean, Ari's family, you get the impression that family was a little bit dysfunctional.
Yeah.
And all families are. Jalea's family is also dysfunctional, but it's in a different way. I mean, she's got the whole great big clan thing going on. Yeah, there are no secrets. She can't get away with anything. Can't get away with anything. So that kind of plays into her having been sheltered and protected, and the little princess growing up and all of that sort of thing.
So many times in science fiction, you'll have the story of like they were either taken young and they were raised somewhere else, and I
Right.
really like that about your work is that, okay, we are on spaceships, we are doing this, but you still have those familial connections.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, nobody spontaneously generated. You know. I mean,
Yeah.
we all.
Well, I don't know, they're aliens.
Oh,
It's-
okay. No, they really are. You get to see alien babies in the second book, so they really don't just spontaneously generate. But there is family, and even if the family unit is now absent, there was some terrible disaster and people died. Okay, this happens. For the love of God, we've just seen that in Japan.
Yeah.
The number of people lost there. There will be an entire generation of young people who grow up with their family units. However, those family units have already left their mark. You know, those kids are going to grow up remembering what mom and dad said, or what mom and dad did, and then what grandma had to say, and what, those voices are all still there. So even if the physical reality of the family is removed, they're all still up there chattering.